using all of our senses very receptively. Unfortunately, we didn't invent a new kind of air freshener, but we did very quickly discover a much more important problem. By talking to the managers of local facilities, we found out that public toilets are an extremely important facility and represent extremely important needs of homeless and vagrant populations.
So basically, public toilets are very important for three main reasons. The first one is the feeling of privacy. They have a private place, a closed space where they can be not seen from other people. They have a basic space to do their basic needs, and also a space for hygienic reasons like to clean themselves up. There is the feeling of safety in the toilet, and there's also the convenience reason, because they need a place to have like electricity, for example, to charge their phones. Now the basic needs of the homeless people are mostly shelter needs, food, health services, and cleanness, and advice either for mental issues, for legal advice. It might be like advice for emotional states. Yeah.
So we had identified a vulnerable and marginalized section of the population who also had strong needs, but we'd also identified a section of that population that weren't or might not be in contact with typical channels to help them. So we had a space, and we had a needy group of people who thought, Bob's Your Uncle is a great space for some innovation. That's the process, but the human story is something much more accessible.
Yeah, so having considered some of our earlier thoughts, we were out and about in Elephant and Castle, and we stumbled across John, a 38-year-old vagrant who's been sleeping rough on and off for about 3 years. And he helped us out with some research, and we felt compelled to, maybe give him some money, but that wasn't going to help him, if anything, feed any of his addictions. So it really got us thinking, what can we do for John? How can we help him? Is there anything we can do? Is there anything we can provide? Maybe give him a shoulder, to cry on, or a service that he can turn to if he's in dire need. Even something that can help him maybe find a job one day in the future.
So basically what we had here is we came up with a poster design that could be displayed in public toilets. So we decided the type of language we used in the poster, we didn't want to be patronising, so we didn't use the word homeless anywhere in the poster. So we've got the title, Free Services for You. We've got a list of the available services that they can inquire about. We've kind of used more friendly language, so we've got need a place to stay, are you hungry, need to see a doctor, need someone to talk to, worried about safety or want a job. We've also got kind of an action section of what they need to do to access the service. So call this USD number, enter this location-based code. So basically each public toilet will have a unique code. And when they enter this code, the list of services will be contextual to where the location is. And they've got a map here to where they are and in relation to where the services are.
Yeah, so the technology that we decided to use for this is called USSD, which you may not have heard of, but everyone's used it. It's when you enter something like *123# into your phone and you get your credit balance back. And you can make these systems quite sophisticated. So our plan is to team up with telecommunications companies like Vodafone, for example, and get them to provide us a number that homeless people can use for free. And then because they have to key in the code of the poster, the menu that they get back is specific to their location.
So basically, if anyone's used kind of WAP back in the day, or teletext, for example, what you can do is you can create a simple menu-based system that they can access on a basic mobile phone, so they don't actually need a smartphone to access it. So they would be provided with a list of available services for that area. They can then go into, say, accommodation and provide them with a list of local shelters. They're then given an address, and then they could then, and an area kind of code, and then like an A to Z, and then they can reference where the location is based upon where they are on the map.
Yeah, so essentially the service is a way for homeless people to quickly discover free resources that are already there nearby.
So we focused on creating something that is both implementable immediately and scalable. Our minimum viable product is to make this happen just in Lambeth. We would not have the SMS platform interaction, we would just have a map for 7 public toilets in Lambeth, which would list the local services available in the borough. We would prove the concept in Lambeth, and we identified the contacts we have at the telecommunications company, so we would talk to them next to access this USSD platform. We would roll it out in a few more boroughs in London, and if it was successful, we would we would roll it out across the country. We would provide a customized map and code for each council, and we would know exactly which toilets they have, so it would be very easy for them to implement. It's possible to crowdsource the poster printing as well.
Okay, so we see this as a starting point to be connected to homeless people and also the service providers. And in the future, one direction we can explore is that we want to set up a high-tech platform that can offer available resources to the homeless people and allow them to book resources. For example, I'm a shelter manager. Sorry, 10 seconds. I'm a shelter manager and I have 5 beds available today to offer to homeless people. I can just go onto the platform and I can enter 5 beds for today, and then the homeless people can go to our toilet and to find an interactive screen and to select, okay, I want a bed in this area, and then they can, the screen will show them the real-time information. What shelter have beds, and they will get